Welcome back, Arcadians, to Al's Arcade, and welcome back to another Neo Geo collection video, part 4. Wow. So many games, so much to talk about in this video, guys. There really is. Obviously, there's been some big news within the Neo Geo community and within the retro community. It's a big thing. It really is. Obviously, you all know about it. If you don't, where have you been? Plaion, which is a company that releases various different retro computers, consoles, I believe. I don't know much about the company, to be honest with you, but they have announced the Neo Geo AES Plus, which came to us as a big surprise. Came to me as a big surprise. I couldn't believe it at first. I thought, what the hell is this? At first, I was a little bit apprehensive about it and thought, not sure about this at all. What's this going to do? But the more I've waited, and I've been wanting to do this video for a while, but the more I'm glad I did wait to do this video, because I've seen loads of other YouTubers have done some excellent videos on this, and that just hearing what their thoughts are on it, I think it's a fantastic system. I really do. It's great. So basically, Plaion have replicated the original Neo Geo hardware and created what we all wanted back in the day but couldn't afford it, the Neo Geo system console by SNK. Now, I was born in 71, guys. I lived all through the technological revolution which was happening in the arcades. You know, the latest games that we wanted to play were all down the arcades. I lived all through that. I was lucky enough to live all through that and be a consumer, a kid in the 80s that bought into all this stuff, you know. Having home computers, and then into the 90s with the Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, which were great systems. Probably my favourite systems of all time. The 16-bit era for me is all about that beautiful 16-bit pixel art. But it was a Neo Geo that we all wanted, because it was the point where arcade games were starting to turn up in your home. You know, you could actually now play arcade games in your home. You could on the Super Nintendo. I mean, Street Fighter 2 was amazing. You know, that was the game that sold it to me. It really was. It was fantastic to play Street Fighter on the Super Nintendo. But the Neo Geo just had that sort of exquisite or exotic feel about it that you just couldn't get your hands on, you know, because it was just that little bit too expensive, and the games on it were amazing. The 16-bit pixel art was incredible, but it was just far too expensive. Even back then, it was just out of reach for most people. And since then, since it was released, the prices of the console and of the games especially have gone through the roof. In fact, you'd be mad to collect for the AES now, because it would cost you, you know, £100,000 to get a full set, for example, right? It's just crazy. Some of the games are over £10,000, like the original Metal Slug is over £10,000, and some are even more than that. You know, no one's got that sort of money to put down on a game. You know, it's just crazy, especially when there's so many other ways of playing them. But there's something about holding a Neo Geo cart that's something really special, and something about playing on a Neo Geo AES that's something really special. Now, my experiences with a Neo Geo was in the arcade. So naturally, I've got a Neo Geo MVS arcade machine. It's a 4-slot. So I went down the route of collecting for the MVS, which is the multi-video system by SNK. It's a lot cheaper to collect for, because a lot of the carts were used in the arcades. They're a little bit battered. You know, they've seen a life. They've been played. The labels are half peeling off. I don't mind. As long as it's an original MVS cart with the PCB inside, all original, that's what I collect, and that's what I enjoy playing in my Lordsvale arcade machine. But I've always wanted an AES, you know, to sit alongside my Super Nintendo and my Mega Drive, but just too much money. But now, with Plaion releasing this, and it looks like an exact replica of the original, and the carts look exactly the same, I think it's amazing. But the most important thing is the price point. They're releasing the games at £70, and I don't think they're making a lot of money off those. But that's affordable. you know, you can buy new games for the PS5 that cost just as much, to be honest with you. Once you've bought all the extras and stuff for these games. You know, people pay a lot of money for this stuff, but as a physical collector, a retro game collector, I like to have the physical cart. So this is an MVS cart. It's got the original PCB inside, but because the case was so battered and bruised and the label was non-existent, this is a repro case, but it's got the original PCB inside it, and that's enough for me. As long as it's got the original PCB and it plays in my Lord's Vale, that is enough. But collecting for the AES is slightly different. Now, I can't play those MVS games in an AES unless I've got a converter. Now, I'm just hoping with this AES Plus I will be able to do that, because that will really save me buying all the games again. If I can just slot my MVS cart in a Neo Geo AES, it would be brilliant, because I'm 60% near to a complete MVS collection, and I will carry on with that journey. I want to complete it. I've never had a complete collection of anything. I've always stopped short of a couple of games, but the MVS I love so much, and I love the library, I love the artwork for the games, I love the games. It's been really enjoyable, and it's been actually quite easy to collect for. It hasn't been that difficult, not like the Super Nintendo. Some of the games on that are ridiculously priced, way over and more expensive than the Neo Geo MVS. So it's been quite an easy journey so far. I'm 60% there. Still got another 40% to go. I've still got some fairly big hitters, but nowhere near like the Super Nintendo. So yeah, it's been really enjoyable to collect for, and I've been collecting a few years now and thoroughly enjoyed exploring the SNK library. And that's what I love about it. It's not just about the nostalgia, it's actually exploring the library and finding out new games that I never experienced back in the day, and that's what I've really enjoyed about the Neo Geo. So with this new system, I think it's absolutely great. I've pre-ordered the Ultimate package with the 10 games. I've done that because I just think it's in a fantastic package, you know, and just seeing Shock Troopers on the AES is awesome, because, you know, the AES never got Shock Troopers back in the day. It only came out on the multi-system, the arcade, so that's nice. I think they've added an extra course to Turf Masters. And for me, it's a great way to test games if the converter works. So at the moment, if I buy a new MVS game, I've got to turn my arcade machine on, pull the 4-slot out and slot the game in. Now, the AES Plus would be a great way to test my MVS games to see if they work, get them working before I put it in my arcade game. But not only that, I'm looking forward to the homebrew scene making an appearance onto it, because that's been very expensive too. Now, I have a homebrew game which is basically made by a small developer. This is Project Neon by Fullset. It's a fantastic vertical and horizontal shmup for the Neo Geo, and it takes full advantage of the Neo Geo SNK hardware. It utilises the music chip, and you really do feel like this is a Neo Geo game. And I know they did make AES copies of this, but I do want to see more smaller companies jumping on board developing games for the AES Plus at an affordable price, because at the moment the games are priced at 70 quid a pop, which is fantastic. Everyone can afford that. If you're in this hobby, you can afford 70 quid a game. So that's what I want to see, and that's what I'm excited about, seeing more homebrew games coming out on the AES, and hopefully I can play this on it as well with the converter. So that's another reason why I bought it. Plus, you know, I never owned a Neo Geo AES back in the day. I've always had that desire to. You know, always saw it in all the magazines. You know, every Super Nintendo magazine used to buy, or every magazine that came out in the 90s, there was Neo Geo advertisements. And we'll get into that a bit later in the video, because one of my subscribers reached out to me and said, I've got a load of magazines if you're interested, Alex, to have a look at. And I would absolutely love that, I said to him. So we're going to have a look at some of the Neo Geo magazines and fan magazines that he has given me, to give you an idea of the price that Neo Geo was retailed at back in the day. So that's it on the Plaion, guys. I've ordered my Ultimate Edition with the 10 games, with the arcade stick, which is one's Bluetooth and one's wired, and it's also got the Neo Geo CD joypad, which I think looks pretty cool, even though it's different button layout. Doesn't bother me that. I'll probably use the arcade stick anyway, because I love the Neo Geo arcade stick. It's so cool. And it's going to sit lovely underneath there with my other 16-bit consoles. That's my era, guys. I love the 16-bit because it's that crossover from arcades into the home. My passion, my love was in the arcades, and then finally we started to see games coming into home which we could actually go out and buy. You know, the Spectrum and the BBC, which I grew up on, were great for, you know, bedroom coders creating new games, new ideas, and I loved that too. But we always wanted, and always desired, you know, the arcade experience in the home, which they were trying to do with the 8-bit stuff, but it just wasn't quite there. They used to put the arcade screenshots on the back of the cassette, you know, to entice us in to buy the game, but when you got it home, it was always a bit of a disappointment, you know. And, you know, my love was for arcade games. So to have a Neo Geo finally in my collection, oh, it's amazing, it really is. And I'm really excited for everyone else, I really am, that's jumped on board of this, that always had that same desire as me to have it in the home, and now can finally afford it. What's going to happen to other Neo Geo collectors that have been collecting for the AES? I don't know. I think there'll still be a niche market. Well, there always has been a niche market. Collecting for the Neo Geo is niche. Until the AES Plus came along. I mean, there wasn't that many people on YouTube doing Neo Geo videos, to be honest with you. I've done a few, not many, over the years. But they've never done that well, and I guess it's, not that it bothers me, but I guess it's more of a niche thing. You know, not many people owned it back in the day. Not many people had that experience in the arcade playing in the day, like myself. We all desired one, but never could afford one. So now, finally, hopefully it's going to make mainstream, and everyone's going to be doing Neo Geo videos, which would be cool, because it'd be good to see what other people think of these fantastic games. Right, moving on, guys. 4 months ago, was the last Neo Geo video I did, and as always, I showcased 4 new games that I've picked up. We put them in the 4 slot, we play them, and I'll mark them out of 10. We're going to do that all over again. We're going to go through these magazines. But before we do that, let's have a look at the 4 games that I did play in my last video 4 months ago. It was NAMM 1975. And what did I give this? I think I gave this a 6 out of 10. It was a 6 out of 10. And that's because it had awkward controls. If this played on a SNES controller with the shoulder pads, so you could roll the character, a little bit like in Wild Guns, because this is like a gallery shooter. You've got a little crosshair that you've got to move around with the joystick, and it is tough, guys. It is tough to do that. So unfortunately, the controls let it down. But I think underneath that, there is a good game. But because the controls just don't work very well, I'm giving it a 6. But it's got a great atmosphere and really captures that kind of Vietnam war that was going on, and that kind of love for the Vietnam films back in the day in the 80s that we saw a lot of. It really captures that essence. So yeah, good game, but lacking on the controls, unfortunately. The next game I put in, this is the one I remember from back in the day in my local arcade in Twickenham, Dazzle. I remember seeing this when it came in. It is the original Metal Slug. It is a fantastic game, guys. What an awesome game. Absolutely love it. I mean, this is pixel art fucking just awesomeness. I can't think of the words. It's just so cool. It was so cool when it came out. The explosions, it's just amazing. There's so much going on. And because there's so much going on, there is a little bit of slowdown. Otherwise, I'd give this a 10 out of 10. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 because this is the game that really made me fall in love with Neo Geo games, SNK games. It is a fantastic game, but I've yet to play the others. We've still got to get there. in any depth. I have played some of them, but I want to go into depth about them and what I think about them. So I might give some of the other games a higher score. But for the moment, this is a 9 because I love it and I've got the nostalgia for it, and I think it is a fantastic game. But I'm sure there are better Metal Slugs in the series waiting for us to explore. The next game is Goal, Goal, Goal. I think I gave this, I've got it written down here, 6 out of 10. Yeah, 6 out of 10 for Goal, Goal, Goal. And that's because really I'm not into football games as much. Some of them I like. If you know, I'm just trying to think of some that I do like playing. Sensible Soccer's cool, but that's not really an arcade game. I did try to get into it, but I think really you need another player to, you know, human player, opponent to play this with. It just makes it more fun. So I didn't really get into it as much as I wanted to. Maybe next time when I've got a mate round here, we can play it together in a little bit more depth. But I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10 because football games are not really on top of my list to play. Now, the next game I'd never played back in the day, and I only played this since I recently acquired the game, and it is absolutely amazing. Top tier game, amazing graphics. It is Prehistoric Isle 2. Wow, guys, this is so cool. I loved this game. Again, sprite animation, although it's got a lot of rendered animation, they're rendering the graphics, which I still think's really cool. I love that era of graphics, especially with the dinosaurs. It just gives them a different texture over top, makes them more realistic. And your helicopter looks pixelated, but the dinosaurs look real. I don't know, it's hard to describe until you play it. It's like a mishmash of different pixel art styles going on. But I love it. It's a great shooter. Really, really cool shooter. I've had a lot of fun playing this. We had a high score challenge on this and got really into it. Got a great score on it. I think I got to stage 4. Game I'm going to go back to over and over again. Fantastic shooter, horizontal shooter. Great enemy end of level bosses. Yeah, it's just a cool game. I gave this 9 out of 10 and I'm going to keep it at 9 out of 10 and carry on playing this. So those are the 4 games that I played in the last video. My scores haven't changed on those. Now the next 4 that we're going to be playing, these are my latest pickups, and I know really nothing about them except one, which I've wanted for a long time. The first one is King of Fighters 95. It's got a new case and new labels, but the PCB is original inside, so that's nice. So I've never played 95. We've also got Savage Rain. New case, new label, original PCB inside. And these have all been checked and they've all come from a very sort of highly recognised collector, to think of a better word, on my Neo Geo Facebook page. Yeah, he had a full set MVS collection and I just reached out to him and he just gave me the list of all of his games and showed me the pictures of all the PCBs inside, so they're all legit. Such a lovely guy to deal with. So yeah, I don't mind having repro cases or labels as long as the original PCB is inside and it works. So Savage Rain. And this is an interesting one I knew nothing about. It is Flip Shot. This comes in a little cardboard box, which I eventually will replace with all shot boxes from Southtown. And it actually comes with a little marquee flyer, which you would have slotted into your Big Red or your Electrocoin. Electrocoin allowed you to put little marquees in. But if you had a Big Red arcade machine, that would have slotted in to the top there of your arcade machine, which is nice. And that's another thing what I'm looking forward to with the AES, getting an instruction manual. Forgot to mention that. You don't really get an instruction manual. Well, I've never had one with any of my MVS carts. So to get all that, all the gubbins inside is a nice added thing. Just to see the move sets, the button layouts and everything else. So yeah, Flip Shot apparently is like Windjammers. Whether it's as good as Windjammers, I doubt it because I've not heard of this game before. So that's going to be interesting. This has got an original hologram label. And it's actually in quite good condition. Every cart has scratches because it's where they slot them into the machine. But yeah, that's really nice. Looking forward to that. But the game I've always wanted, never and could never afford, it's always really expensive, is this. It is Last Resort. Wow. Another great horizontal shooter for the Neo Geo MVS. I've been after this one for about 6 years now, and it's always been really expensive. You're looking at about 300 to 400 quid to buy this cart only. You know, that's without the original box and everything else, but I managed to get a great deal on this. 250 quid, and it came with the Southtown shop box, which is, look at the artwork on that, guys, super cool. The label, however, is very worn, but it's all original, guys. And this is a superb game. What a game this is. Rock hard, mind, a bit like Viewpoint, but oh my God, does it look cool. Again, I think it's got like rendered graphics in it, but the soundtrack's awesome. Very 90s kind of house soundtrack, but an amazing shooter. I guess you could compare it a little bit with R-Type. It's got that satellite ship that you can control around your main ship that helps you along the way. But yeah, I'm super excited to play this in my Lord's Vale. So without further ado, let's load these carts up and see how we get on. So all 4 games have loaded up, guys, with no problems at all. I haven't had to clean the edge connector, which is always a good thing, saves me a lot of time. I'm really excited to play all 4 of these games, but 3 of them, as I've said, I've never played before, so I'm really looking forward to playing them. Last Resort I played, I don't remember playing it back in the day, but I remember playing it on the Wii. Do you remember the Wii had a Neo Geo downloadable service? You could buy Neo Geo games, and I played it a lot on that, and I got really into it. So I haven't played it for, God, what, 10 years or something like that? So it'd be nice to return to the game, because I know it is a very good game. And the other ones, well, let's just see how we get on. So let's credit up, pick a game, and just see how we get on, shall we? Let's put 4 credits in for 4 games. Let's play Flip Shot. Battle Flip Shot. Now this looks very similar to Windjammers. Player 1, so joystick, moves the character, yeah. A button is special attack, okay. B button slides character. So we've got 2 buttons. C button provokes. Not sure if that does anything. You'll be a flip and shoot with shield. Break enemies all targets so you can be a winner. Okay, so I've got targets to shoot. Nice selection of characters here. Mr. Justice, Bloody Wolf, Salmon, Siren, Chinita, Nimoto. I want to go with Siren. Blonde hair, blue eyes. What else does a man want? Oh, and I'm against me adversary, my blue adversary. See how we get on. So I don't think this is as in depth as Windjammers. Okay. So you see the targets on the left hand side? These 4 down the screen? Well, I've got to get the ones opposite. And when you think you're going to hit the ball, you press special attack and it speeds up. Oh, it's actually very similar to Pong. Oh. Yes, I won. Great start. Yeah, this is a fun game. This is going to be a fun game with 2 players, definitely. It's just not so in depth as Windjammers. You can't pull off as many tricks. Oh. I don't know if you can really aim it either. You just... you can control the ball a bit. Yes, that's clever. So that's... It's pretty even Steven at the moment. Yes, I've done him. That was good. Yeah, you can sort of control the ball a little bit with the joystick, which direction you want to play it. So that's a good start, my first game. Right, new character, round 1. It's knowing when to do the special. Yes. Wow, his disappears, his special, the ball disappears. Oh. I'm down to the last 2 each. So if you get a few specials in there, it speeds up. Oh, now he's winning. Come on! Oh, he's got me. Round 2.
Round 2.
Oh, it disappears. Oh. We've done our speed up, guys. Oh. Oh no, down to 1. Come on. Oh. No, he won. That is good. That is going to be a really good 2-player game. It's a very simple game. It's a lot simpler than Windjammers. But you still need a bit of skill and a judgment about where to get the ball and when to use a special. Because it's all about using a special. It's all about diving, you know, sliding along the floor. So yeah, no, I enjoyed that. That is cool. Right, next game. Right. Let's play King of Fights 95. I'm sure I have played this, but honestly, guys, I cannot remember. So, better look at the instructions. D button, strong kick. Okay. C and D buttons together. Defense block, A and B. Okay, we'll get the hang of it. Who am I going to go with? Edit team, yes. Okay, so we've got a team. Let's go with Terry. Ryu and Maya. Right. I'm not going to be great at this game, guys, but it's cool to play. Well, yeah, I told you I wasn't going to be any good. Because I can't remember the moves. Whoa, what was that? Come on, I've got to win one. I'm trying stuff out, guys, and it's not getting me anywhere. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. You know, Mark of the Wolves is a lot easier to pick up on the first play. But, you know, it's one of these games you need a bit of practice at. You can't just pick up and play it straight away and expect to win. Yeah, that was pretty poor, guys. That's not a great example of gameplay. Shall I give it another go? Let's give it another go. There's no rush, is there, guys? Come on. Let's put it on a different character. I'm probably just going to do just as bad. Let's edit team though. Let's just do a random team. Oh, okay. I don't know. Let's try these guys here. Graphics are cool. I love the scenes, the background sprites. I'm going to try and keep it simple this time. That doesn't get me anywhere. Yes, he's won one, guys. He won a bout. I've got a lot of energy left. Oh, he got me! I was doing so well. Right, new character, new moves. Oh, I like that. Yes! I think we're even Stevens now. Oh, a bit of a European there going on. Oh. Come on. No, he done me at the last minute. Oh, I was doing so well. Damn, I've got another character. That was the last of it. Oh yes. So where did I come, guys? Did I make that grade or what? Too bad, defeat. Yeah, it's a game you need to put a little bit of time in, guys, but I did enjoy that. I do love fighters. I love fighting games. They are really, really cool. It's just so many of them, and you know, you get used to one, then you go and play something else. You've got to move up, learn the whole moveset again. But I did enjoy that. I really did enjoy that. That is cool. Right, so I think we'll play Savage Rain next. I don't know if is this an early game for the Neo Geo? A and B and C for throwing weapons. Oh, cool. There's different levels in the game. Right, let's just play it because I like to learn myself the moves. Oh, some odd looking characters here. Let's play the Joker. Nice big sprites, a lot bigger than King of Fighters. Oh, he's got skates on. Right. Okay. This is weird. I don't know if I'm jumping up there on purpose or if it's automatically doing it. I didn't do very well there, did I? Not sure about this character. Okay, that's my weapon. My hammer. Oh. Right over the head. Nice. Stunning. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this one. I don't know. Oh, he can get me from down there. How did he do that? Come on, come down. Yes, we've done him, guys. We've done him. Yeah, odd fighting mechanic, that one. I'm not quite sure how he managed to get me. He throwed a projectile at me on that other level. Weird.
Round one. Fight.
What an odd character. Sounds like Bruce Lee. Jesus. Well, that's a good move. Okay, I can jump down on him from there. That's what you want to do and aim to hit him. Yeah. Okay. Let's jump back up there again. If I can I? Oh, he's seeking revenge. He's come back with a vengeance. Oh, man. Yeah, he got me there.
Round three. Fight.
That's some of that hammer. Yeah, just likes different moves, I think. Yeah, we've done him. Have you played this one before, guys? I've never seen a port of this either. Again, you want to be playing with someone else. You want to be playing with your mate, really. It's always more fun. I think this is... I don't know, it's not as deep as some of these fights. Like Mark of the Wolves is just on another level compared to this. But I do like the sprite animations are good. Oh, he's up there. Oh, that's it. So if you press that to jump up there, and then you can sort of... If you target yourself, you can land on top of him. I'm just using the hammer move, seems to be the most effective. Oh, the sound effects. Yeah, this is going to be a fun game with another player, definitely. Because I think it's a very easy pick up and play type game, because it's not that deep. Ooh. Oh, I've done him. This is turning out to be a breeze.
Round 3. Fight.
I have all my games set to standard as well, but none of these games are on easy. Let's see if I can do a special move. Oh. Oh, we got a special move. B and C together. Let's see if we can try it on this next round. I think he throws like throwing cards. Oh, we didn't get a chance to show you. Yeah, special move. I've just worked out is B and C together. But yeah, I'm pleased with my score and my progression through that game. I like that. I like that a lot. I do. It's a bit janky, but I like it. Right, next game. Look at the screen. The screen's beautiful on this monitor. Right, I've got to credit up again. So we've had Savage Rain, we've had Flip Shot, and we've had... so the last game, guys, is Last Resort. Now, this is a game I absolutely love. It's rock hard, but I'm so pleased to have this on an MVS cart. Let's see how we get on. So we've got 2 buttons. Rapid fire, hold down, or rapidly press the red button. But I think once you get your pickups, you can hold it down and do like a power shot. Oh yeah, and you get this unit, this little satellite as I like to call it. You can hold it in place. Now I like to have it just above the top of the ship so it protects me from anything from above. So repeat A to launch. Yeah, the longer I hold it down, the stronger the attack. So I love this, the opening scenes. Awesome, awesome graphics, guys. It's a tough shooter though. I'm going to go with the red laser. And I'm going to hold it in place there. Just above the top of my ship. Oh. So anything coming above me will get annihilated. It's my safe spot. Oh, thought they were going to come the other way. My other second favourite spot for it is right in front. Oh. Ah! I can't remember how you do that bit now. It's so hard. There is a way to annihilate them in one shot at the right time. There we go. Set it behind me, that's it. Done it. Nice. Oh, Got to line it up. I knew I was going to get hit there. Love it, love it, love it. Such an awesome game, guys. Woo. Well, another 4 games played. Another 4 games added to the Neo Geo collection. What did I think? I think a majority of those are party games that you want to be playing with another human opponent, your mate, when he comes over. Fighting games are a bit different, but the flip shot game definitely wants to be played with a human opponent. It's just more fun. There's not a lot to that game, but I did like the art style of it. And, you know, for what it is, actually is a little bit of fun. So next time I have a meet here or I have some friends over, I'll definitely have that in the machine. It's a good, fun game, especially for sort of casual gamers. You know, there's not a lot to it. It's just 2 buttons basically, up and down as well on the joystick, and that's it. Although you can control, it feels like you can control the ball a little bit when it goes off. So you can angle the ball. But yeah, it was a fun little game for what it is. What would I give it out of 10? How many 10p's would I put in flip shot back in the day? I don't know. I'll probably give it a 5. 5 out of 10. It's an average game. Nothing special. It's okay. You might get a bit of fun with it with a couple of mates over. But other than that, it's not that deep really. It's nowhere near as deep as Windjammers. But I did enjoy what I played of it. Now, with all these games, they're all going to stay in the arcade machine until my next video. Well, unless it's 5 months away. But if I manage to get my next Neo Geo up next month, that's when I'll next change it out. But if it takes longer than that, then I usually change them out anyway after a while. But King of Fighters 95, yeah, I enjoyed that game. Again, it's a game you need to spend a little bit more time with. So I'll give it a score now, but it'd be nice to know what my score is coming back to it in a month's time after it's been in there for that long. I'll probably give it a 6 at the moment. Not one of the best fighting games, but not a bad one either. I'm sure there's better King of Fighters in the series. Well, there must be. There's 10 of them. 10 King of Fighters on the Neo Geo. And I've got supposedly the best one, 98, which we haven't even delved into yet. But what I saw of it so far, I did enjoy. I'm just not a fan of the tag team scenario. I like to just pick a character and see how far that character can get through the game. You just feel like you're not getting to know the characters that well from the get-go with a tag team. That's my negatives towards it. So again, yeah, I'll give that a 6 out of 10. Savage Rain, the graphic style completely different than King of Fighters. Sprite animations are a lot bigger, although they are very cool, very funny, very comical looking game. The Joker that I chose, I've never played with that character before. I've never even played the game before, but it was an interesting game. I like the 2-tier aspect of it, the way you could jump up onto the balconies, jump back down on your character was cool. Sprite animations were cool, but it didn't feel there was a lot to it in terms of move sets. But I enjoyed whacking that guy over the head with my hammer. I could do that all day long. That was a lot of fun. It's just a shame I didn't get to learn the special move until right at the end. But it looks like he throws cards. So it's 2 buttons together. So I'd be interested in playing that for a little bit longer. What would I give that? Again, roughly around about the same scores really. 6. I give that 6 out of 10. 6 of my hard-earned 10p's. And last of all, Last Resort. I love that game and I have played it before. I think it's an excellent shooter. It's up there with me with Viewpoint. Which is better, I don't know. Eventually, once I get all the shooters on the Neo Geo, I'll have to do a top, not a top 10, because there is only 10 shooters on the Neo Geo, I think. But maybe my top 3 favourite Neo Geo shooters. And that's probably a good contender, to be honest with you. I just love it. It's really, really cool. So I'm going to give that... At this point, I'll give it an 8. I might come back to it and give it more. It's not up there with Prehistoric Isle. I think Prehistoric Isle is a much more accessible game. I love Prehistoric. And the difficulty level ramps up very slowly, which I prefer. That is rock hard from the get-go. So I'm knocking it down a notch. I'm only going to give it 8 of my hard-earned 10p's for Last Resort. But still, I love it. Going to play it for a lot longer. and we'll come back to it in a month's time and see whether that score has changed or not. Now, before we go, I just want to mention I finished Windjammers 2 on the Switch 2, which I thoroughly enjoyed. It's been sitting on my shelf, God, for a year, and I haven't played it. I managed to sink a good few hours into it, and I managed to finish it. Really, really good game, guys. I totally recommend it. Takes the Windjammers to another level, but at the same time keeping it the gameplay the same. There's more bonus levels. There's a little bit more skill to it. I love the art style. It's a really cool looking art style. It's kind of like cel shaded art, which I like. You know, it doesn't look AI generated, or it doesn't look like a mobile game. It just looks hand drawn. It looks good, and it plays really, really well. So that's Windjammers 2. Highly recommend getting that, guys. And I wanted to give a big shout out to one of my subscribers who watches the channel, Warren, who invited me over to see his modest Neo Geo collection. He had some great stories to tell me about back in the day, going up to London to some of the shops that I used to go to when I lived in London. And God, it brought back so many memories. And he had quite a big Neo Geo collection. But, you know, like a lot of us, had to sell it somewhere down the line. And now he's collecting Neo Geo on the Switch and all sorts of other ways, like we all do. But I think I haven't spoke to him since this AES Plus has been announced, so I'm sure he would jump on that. But he was such a proud Neo Geo owner and fan. He was a member of the Neo Geo official fan club here in the UK, and he's loaned me these just to show you. There's 5 issues here, and it's just like a newsletter basically, telling you what's up and coming, latest games that are coming out. So this is issue 1. We've got Zengoku, Burning Fight. There's a couple of numbers here to read. Neo Geo Surgery. Write in with your technical and game queries. I love all that kind of stuff. Sort of thing I would have done back in the day. So I would imagine, oh no, you write in. I wonder if there was someone on the end of the phone that you could ring up, because there was for the Nintendo, wasn't there? But the interesting one, they're mainly about the latest games coming out, so reviews of the games coming out. But the interesting one, bit at the back here, is the Neo Geo at HMV level 1. I remember that. I remember walking into HMV in Oxford Street and just seeing all the Neo Geo on display. And this is like a big announcement here that this is September 1993, where they basically dedicated a whole level to Neo Geo, which is absolutely amazing. Look at that. So that's a nice little read. He also gave me a few little pamphlets here. Neo Geo Software 1993. This is really nice. It shows you all the latest games that are coming out for Neo Geo. What we got there? Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting, Soccer Brawl, Robo Army. That's really cool. 8-Man. I've just recently purchased 8-Man. It's on its way. So that's another game to look forward to on the channel. Never played it before, but it looks really cool. Baseball 2020. A lot of these games I've been picking up, guys. Puzzled. Ghost Pilots. Another shooter. Yeah, I think there's roughly about 10 shmups on the Neo Geo. And they're all pretty good, to be fair. Then we've got this Hyper Neo Geo 64, which didn't do well at all in the arcade. Now this is interesting. Could they bring out Hyper Neo Geo 64 carts for this new AES? That'd be cool, wouldn't it? There's something no one's thought about. I don't think there was that many. It's like, you know, early polygon graphics in the arcade. You've got Samurai Showdown 64. I don't think these games are that good. Otherwise I would have heard about them. But you've got driving games there as well. Yeah. They could possibly put these on a cart, which would be amazing for the first time. We've got a lovely poster here. Samurai Showdown poster, which is lovely. Looks brand new. That's really nice. Nice little collection of stuff. And then we've got the Japanese magazine. So we didn't get any Neo Geo magazines here in the UK. which is a shame. Obviously, we saw Neo Geo games being advertised in Superplay, Edge, I remember them being in, and a few others. I think there was probably a Mega Drive magazine you saw Neo Geo games reviewed in, but there was never a dedicated Neo Geo magazine. Now, unfortunately, you know, it's all right this for a flick through, but you can't read it because it's all in Japanese. But it's interesting just seeing the screenshots, but that's about it. There's not a lot else you can learn from these magazines, really. But still cool. Early sketches of games, look at that, which is really nice. So yeah, just nice little bits of, you know, historical pieces of information, reviews, posters, all that kind of stuff. And thank you, Warren, for loaning me that and letting the audience see some of that stuff. It's really, really nice of you. Yeah, that's about it, guys, for this week's video. I've got another video coming up. I've got a new arcade machine I haven't showcased yet, so that will hopefully be my next video. Got live videos coming up, all sorts of stuff. New pinballs arrived. So much stuff to get out there, guys. Just never enough time, but we will get one out next week, I promise. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your favourite games are. And guys, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.